is up, Wolfpack Wolfsteimer back here with another video. And I just got done watching TLC, and if you guys were wondering, I did move up my whole room, so I put all the pictures, and I think it looks better for a setup, honestly. It's like more, because on the last video, or the last setup, there was like no pictures on one side, so I think it's really cool that, you know, we have a whole space right here. But yeah, I just got done watching TLC, not TLC, Elimination Chamber. I have no idea why I said TLC, but anyways, it was a pretty good pay-per-view. It started a little earlier and ended a little earlier as well, so I wonder what that was about. Usually it ends around 11 Eastern in my time, and it ended like at 10:15, so 45 minutes shorter, but again, they did start the pre-show like at 6, so a little bit earlier, so I don't know what that was about, but yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first match was Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa for the Cruiserweight Championship. Of course, the Cruiserweights nail it, man. Honestly, I've never been a big Cruiserweight fan until Buddy Murphy came in the picture. Buddy Murphy, he is amazing, and Akira, man, usually I don't watch too much of him either, but he did impress me tonight. Both of them did. So props to the Cruiserweights once again. And congratulations, because the winner of that match was Buddy Murphy. He retained, my boy retained, and yeah, that was an amazing match. Now skipping on to like the main card, like this is after the pre-show, so you know, the main pay-per-view. The first match, they already kicked it off with the Women's Tag Team Championships inside the Elimination Chamber. I'm gonna have trouble naming all the competitors, but anyways, Sasha Banks and Bayley pulled out, and you know, they deserve it. I wish they gave it to someone else, because you know, Sasha Banks and Bayley have already had their main titles. You know, they had other title runs, and I wish they gave it to someone new. For instance, the Riot Squad. That's who I voted. Honestly, I thought they were gonna win, but you know, it's okay. Every woman that was competing tonight in that match deserved it. You know, including Sasha and Bayley. So it was an amazing match, honestly. There's a few little botches, but for the first time as a tag team in Elimination Chamber, it was really good. And it will be very historic and memorable. So congrats to Bayley and Sasha. So hopefully we do see some awesome new tag teams in the division, since they're going to start, you know, matches and stuff. But yeah, I can't wait to see what the future holds for the tag team, or the women's tag team division. Alright, so next up we have, I don't know if these are in order, I'm kind of just thinking them back in my head. So we did have Bobby Lashley versus Finn, which I don't think that came after, but Bobby Lashley versus Finn for the Intercontinental Championship. It was actually Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush. It was a handicap match. So basically Finn Balor can pin either of the two, and you know, he'll win. And there was no Demon Balor. I wasn't expecting Demon Balor, but the thing is, he still won, and I actually voted him, so I got that prediction right. It was decent. It was okay. But Finn won. It was his first time ever winning the Intercontinental Championship. So congrats to my man Finn. Sadly, he didn't win the the Universal Championship a couple weeks ago, but it's awesome to see that he has a belt around his waist. God, I haven't seen him with a belt since, what, NXT? You know, it's been forever. Well, actually, no, of course, his debut when he won the Universal Championship. That's been years ago, so awesome to see Finn Balor holding that championship. Hopefully they do something good with him. I don't want him to lose it anytime soon. Alright, next up, we had the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. We have Shane McMahon and The Miz versus the Usos. And before the match started, The Miz came out with Maurice, and they had an announcement. The announcement was they're having another child. So congrats to The Miz and Mrs. Miz, or Maurice, whatever you want to say. They don't know if it's a boy or girl yet, obviously. They just announced it, so awesome to see that, and congrats to them too. So we might see Miz out for a while again to help take care of the second baby, but you know, that's in 9 months or whatever. So awesome. Congrats to them, by the way. So let's get on to the match. Basically, the match was actually pretty good, honestly. Um, I was expecting Shane to do something crazy, and of course, he always surprises us with the awesome, crazy stunts he does. Today, he jumped off the top rope onto the announce table, kind of his little classic thing he does, onto one of the Usos, and then back inside the ring, The Miz was going for a skull-crushing finale, and I forgot which one of the Usos, I want to say Jimmy Uso. He did skull-crushing finale, and then he pinned him, and then basically Jimmy Uso he kicked out and reversed it, and then did one of those fast pins, and then so the Usos got the tag team titles back, and so now they're your new tag team champions, SmackDown Live tag team champions. I believe they're 6-time now, so pretty cool to see. I wish we got some new tag teams in the division, honestly, but Usos are pretty cool. I have nothing bad against them, but yeah, congrats to the Usos now. Next up, we have Baron Corbin versus Braun Strowman in a no disqualification match. This match was actually pretty extreme. I was surprised. But at the end, it was Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley came out, and then Corbin and them all teamed on Braun Strowman. Basically took him out, and I was expecting someone to come out and help them, but no one did. Basically, the ending, they stacked 2 tables on top of each other, and then they did like a triple powerbomb through 2 tables while they were standing on top of the stairs in the center of the ring. And Corbin won. This was surprising. I thought Strowman was going to win. So yeah, it was a pretty good match. So glad WWE did something extreme. Pretty sure it's the Raw Women's Championship. We have Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott. This match was very fast, honestly. Obviously, Ronda Rousey won. She did her armbar and made Ruby Riott, and she won by submission. And then after the match, Charlotte came out before. She was sitting by the commentators, watching, spectating the whole match. And then after, Charlotte went in the ring and had a little standoff with Ronda Rousey. And then from the crowd, we see Becky Lynch with her little crutches. Because from the night before, Becky Lynch came out and, her injured knee. And then Charlotte, this was at a live event, by the way, so this was yesterday, so this was Saturday night. And Charlotte just, went ham with a chair, and, so that's why Becky Lynch came out with crutches. And basically, she just went all out. She beat up Charlotte with her crutches. And then Ronda Rousey Ronda Rousey got the other crutch, and she was about to hit Charlotte. She hit her once, and then Becky Lynch from behind hits Ronda Rousey, so she is just going full out on both of them. And then finally, Scaredy comes in and tells her to back off. So that was an awesome segment, by the way. So awesome to see that. I don't know what we're going to see if Becky Lynch actually might compete for Mania. I know she's suspended, but obviously they have some kind of storyline with them too. So, pretty excited to see what that's all about. And then next, I believe this is the main event. Lacey Evans came out and did something. I didn't even pay attention, to be honest. And then, of course, the main event, the Elimination Chamber, the men's for the WWE Championship. We have Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, and, of course, Kofi Kingston. This match was pretty cool, especially the ending. So basically, it came down to Kofi and Daniel Bryan. I was rooting for Kofi, man. He did amazing. Well, this last segment was amazing with Kofi and Bryan. I honestly had hope. I actually thought Kofi, they were going to give the title to him. Especially when he did a Trouble in Paradise when Daniel Bryan was doing a running knee. He was doing a running knee, and then he did a mid-air, Trouble in Paradise. And I thought that was it, but sadly he kicked out. And basically the ending was, it was Daniel Bryan. He was about to suplex Kofi from the top of the pod, and then Kofi kicked Bryan off, and he was going to do a frog splash, and then Daniel Bryan moved out of the way, and so Kofi was on the ground, and then Bryan did his running knee and won, and so he's still your World Heavyweight Champion. That was honestly amazing. I hope they do something with Kofi. I wish they gave it to him so we could see new talent. Not just the same people. But honestly, I'm glad that Daniel Bryan has it because, He came back about a year ago now, almost a year ago, and you know it's good to see him back with it too. Good job to WWE. I can't wait to see what happens this week on Raw and SmackDown. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. See you guys next video. Peace out.